What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. My name is MFozzii. I'm going to adjust the camera real quick because we are perfectly centered, and there we go. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. We're hitting the fun part of the FIFA 21 season. So here we have some 5-2-1-2 custom tactics that are a little bit more high press and aggressive. So maybe you don't want them to be your constant, this is what I use all the time, but I have been using it as my all-go tactic. I will say it is quite heavy press. If you're playing someone who is very good at the game, they'll soon realise how to maybe try and counter it. So I would advise having a bit more of a defensive 5-2-1-2, but then have this as your tactics that you start the game with and you use in the opportunities where you feel you'll be able to get a goal. 5-2-1-2 has been my favourite formation all year. I think before 5 at the back even became a thing, like heavy meta, I was using it because I just love the flow. I like the fullbacks attacking. So this team may not be the best team in the game, but I'm testing a few players out. I packed out Gnabry, untradeable. Tested out this P-Shek. I packed out Hazard from the Path to Glory Guaranteed pack, and then the Milestones Objectives for Europe. I packed Emilio Butragueño Prime from it, and I've been using him. He's good. 9 games, 9 goals, 7 assists. I actually only played 9 games of champs. I could not be bothered to play the rest. There was Italy playing. A good F1 race yesterday, so. But he's been an interesting card to say the if you have him untradeable, worth playing with. I wouldn't go out and buy him, but he's been a decent little card. Probably going to get subbed out and become a super sub with Ziki going into the team. And there's a Hatibor SBC that looks incredible, guys. If you're watching this and he's still available and you can link him in any way in your team, please go complete that Hatibor SBC. He's 86 rated and 55 chemistry. Especially if you're going to be playing this formation 5-2-1-2 with him as a right wing back, or even playing centre mid. Oh my, it will be amazing. I'm tempted to actually play him centre mid with variety, play Florenzi as the right wing back, and it could be good. It could be good. It could just be absolutely insane. So I've rambled there. So geez, it's only almost 2 minutes. Let's get into it. Here we go. 5-2-1-2. What's the best way to run it right now? So we've got fast build up and press after possession loss. So the defensive style. Press after possession loss is just if you want to give a press. Obviously, you can play constant pressure, but your stamina will drain. But press after possession loss with 6 widths, which I've changed from 5, and then 7 depth. Basically, anytime you lose the ball, you're working as hard as you can to get it back. And then also, you're not going to be sat too deep. And then fast build up, and that's kind of on the premise that if you're not good at retaining possession and you panic, this won't work that well for you. If you're someone who wants to learn how to hold the ball more. Okay, guys, I am sorry for that. We just can't have an absolute little bit of a scrap with each other. I don't know if you heard that, but fast build up, press after possession loss. I think what I was saying was that this was going to be something that if you're not good at retaining the ball, it can help you to how to retain the ball because you're getting punished for losing it. If you're good at like tiki-taka football and pressing manually, doing this basically means that if you ever lose the ball, you're going to get it back straight away, but as soon as you get it back, your players are also going to be like, okay, crap, we need to attack. So if you're really careless with the ball, or even there is situations where when the bounce just goes against you and you lose the bounce a few times in a row, you'll probably get screwed over because you have that mix of press, go up, so your players go out of position a bit. So it is good to be sort of cautious with the ball, and you need to sort of be good at tiki-taka passing and spreading the ball, which I think is very handy and possible with the 5-2-1-2. You get a good spread over the pitch, but the important bit is the instructions. That's how we've ended up in game. Gnabry as a right wing back, it isn't really the most recommended thing, but given the current team, that's what I'm rocking with. I could swap him and Florenzi, but it does the job. We're having fun. We're just testing different players out, but keeper, fully balanced, default, nothing needs to change. Same for the centre backs, all default, nothing changes. The left wing back, a little note for this in a second, but left wing back is fully balanced, and then the right wing back is on join the attack. Now, what I will say is this depends on like who your most attacking, in this case, wing back is. So I like to play it with an actual fullback, and then with like a box to box winger, high pace player. So Gnabry doesn't quite fit the bill, but for example, that team of the season, Bambacar, who I have on the bench and is going to go into the team soon, he would play right wing back for me, on the premise that he has high work rates, he's really high paced, and he can get up and down the pitch. I'm not too worried about the defensive capabilities, because that just comes down to my position and their work rates, because you still then have the 4 with, like, say, your left wing back and then the centre back. So that's a bit of context for there. So whoever your least attacking is just on balance, and whoever your most attacking is goes on join the attack. The centre mids, one of them is on get forward and get into the box and also cover centre, and then the left one is on cover centre and then stay on edge of the box. So this can vary because none of them are stay back, and I went away from using the stay back on this recently. It basically is whoever your most offensive is going to be on get forward and get into the box, and then your other one is going to be stay on the edge of the box. So for example, if I switched Gnabry and Florenzi around, it would still be Gnabry that has the get forward and get into the box for cross. But if I decided to pick up Javi Martinez, if I had that SBC and I was playing him instead of Florenzi here, he would be the one on stay on edge of the box, and Verratti would be on get forward and get into the box for cross. Both on cover center, because I had been running them balanced, on cover wing, which is the default setting, and it felt like the coverage wasn't quite there. Because you have just the two center mids, they can get spread quite easily. So I think having them compact and play that cover center, essentially to drop in between, say, each of the centre back pairings. So Verratti can sit in between and block that. Some brought on Piszczek gap. Florenzi drops in, covers the tap Zoba and Piszczek gap, and obviously your fullbacks will be working up and down constantly. Hazard is on get into the box and free roam. Free roam I've been on and off all year. I'm giving it a go again. Hazard's got some good positions and scores quite a bit, but I think his high work rates are sort of screwing him here. If you're playing free roam, you want like a high low or high medium, just so they're not too keen on working back. One way to counter this would be put it on stay forward, which I'm going to test, but I think with fast build up, you need players in a build up phase. So if Hazard's on stay forward, he's just way too far out of the picture when it comes to build up. You want him to be able to bounce off Florenzi and Verratti and then get the wing backs involved. And finally, stay central, stay forward on Butrigueno, and getting behind on Dembele. So basically, you want to run getting behind on your pacey striker. So if you have a Dembele, you're running Bamba. I'm trying to think of any pacey strikers. A lot of people use wingers in these situations, but basically anyone, even that team is using Muriel, he's got like 98 pace or something. If you're using a player like that, just have them on getting behind. You're okay with them drifting wide because they have the ability to sort of make a pass or make something out of it, especially Dembele. He's a perfect example for this. Basically, you're not going to set them on drift wide, but you don't want to be stuck on the centre. You want one player to be able to make a bit more dynamic runs, but then your other player, he's obviously stay central and stay forward. Butrigueno's on stay forward because he has medium low work rates. I think if it was something like high low, I would leave them on just the balanced, or sorry, the default, the basic defensive support. But other than that, that is everything for today. That's how I want to play the 5-2-1-2 aggressively. I will say, I've played full foot champs in 2 or 3 weeks now, just because there's no real point. I mean, there's Euros on, there's other things to do, chill a bit, it's more casual time of year, but I think I'll try and play like at least 20 games this weekend, and I'm going to be using the 5-2-1-2. So obviously this is the that sort of the high press, really attacking tactics, and I will play around with more and give a bit more of a generic overall 5-2-1-2 custom tactic videos next Monday, similar to the ones in the past, which I will link down below. But please note they're like a few weeks and a couple months old, so they could be slightly outdated, but they are a bit more of your sort of general can run all game formation. So you can run this all game, just make sure you have a slightly more solid and defensive option ready for winning if needed, which, you know, when you're playing competitive FIFA Infit Champs, that is the case. But that's everything. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a big thumbs up, big like rating. It just lets me know you're enjoying the content, and lets me know what works for you guys and what I can continue to push out in the future. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Just help me out in this content journey. We have a grad unit now, which is good. We've got my classification. We're officially graduating, so we're going into that grad job, looking for work kind of phase. So bash out some content while we're here and just see what happens. So help me on that journey, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.